According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There's $1,000 fine. State recommends community supervision, and there's no application for deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
A tense silence falls across the courtroom as Judge Stephanie Boyd looks up from the indictment. The defendant stands frozen, knowing this is his third DWI charge, a felony that could change his life forever. No one in the room is prepared for the intensity that's about to unfold.
Court is calling 2025 CR 002743, State versus David Moses Escobedo. Can I have parties announced for the record?
Lauren Espinosa for the state.
For the defense?
Orlando Castañón for defense.
And are you Mr. Escobedo?
David Escobedo.
Yes. Oh, they have that as your middle name.
That's not
Oh, okay.
that's not my middle name.
All right.
Birth certificate is David.
Okay. Well, we'll make sure that gets corrected. That's like that song, That's Not My Name, right? All right. Counsel, have you received all discovery? Did you review it with your client?
Yes, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Do you have any objection to your attorney appearing by Zoom? Did you review the application for community supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the true bill of indictment with your attorney? Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
I do.
State, any corrections to the indictment?
Yes, Judge State would move to strike Moses from all references to Mr. Escobedo's name.
Any objection?
Judge.
I'm sorry, defense, any objection?
No, Judge.
All right. And State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented other than the the removal of the name Moses?
Yes, Judge.
All right, Mr. Escobedo, did you review the court admonishments with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? All right, you're charged with driving while intoxicated, third or more. That's a third-degree felony. Range of punishment is anywhere from 2 to 10 years in the prison and up to a $10,000 fine. If you have a plea with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? You have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses. The state would call in the right to remain silent. Did you understand by entering this plea, you were giving up those rights? You're going to have to speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea in this case? Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Judge.
Do you believe he has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against him?
I believe he does.
Do you believe he's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, Judge.
Mr. Escobedo, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter the plea?
No, ma'am.
Anyone promised you anything other than the plea? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Did you understand by entering this plea, you could be deported, denied naturalization, and re-entry into the country? Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived his right to jury trial. Did you review the plea bargain page with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea, punishment is to be assessed at 4 years in the prison. There's $1,000 fine. State recommends community supervision, and there's no application for deferred adjudication. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense, is that the plea? Defense, is that
And
the
my
plea?
audio went out, Judge.
All right, defense, is that the plea? Defense, is that the plea bargain agreement?
It is, Judge. We would like to speak to the fine when we have an opportunity.
All right, state, is that the plea? Did you review the waiver of appeal paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Judge.
Outside the agreement, the state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years. There'll be a TAP evaluation, 150 hours of community service, restitution, and MRT. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations? Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, or no contest? State any evidence.
I've received exhibit 1 in all attachments.
Any
No objection.
objection?
No, Judge.
Did you review the waiver and stipulations with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it in all the appropriate places? Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent? Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports? But most importantly, there'll be no live testimony. Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept into evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments, and the court will review the same. After reviewing states exhibits 1 and attachments, the court will find there is sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are you proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Judge.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, just that, in regards to, Mr. Escobedo, he's indigent and, I was assigned to him. The fine is $1,000. He has been struggling to work, or he does have a job. He's independently employed. And so we'd ask that you consider probating the fine or part of the fine and also, reducing the community supervision fee.
All right, Mr. Escobedo, are you employed?
Yes, ma'am.
What do you do?
I'm a foreign specialist.
Do you have any children?
Yes. I got 1 on the way. I have 6 kids.
All right. This is what the court is going to do. There's $1,000 fine that will be probated. The court will sentence you to 4 years in the prison, suspended and probated for 3 years. There's 150 hours of community service restitution. I'm going to order parenting classes. Once that's completed, 50 of the hours will be deemed satisfied. I'm going to order sober support meetings. And for every sober support meeting you complete, there will be 1 hour deemed satisfied of community service restitution. There's going to be proof of employment within 45 days. There's to be no employment as a home health care provider or with minors. There is to be the victim impact panel live, DWI intervention. Counsel, you want to speak to the 10 days in the Bexar County Jail as a condition?
Yes, Judge, we ask that you hold that in abeyance. He does work, and as he said, he does have a child on his way, and he does need to help provide for his family.
All right, I'm going to give you a choice. You can either do 10 days in the Bexar County Jail or you'll be on GPS partial for 30 days for employment only.
I'll have to pay for the GPS,
I'll ask that the fees will be waived, but you'll have to receive it from the jail.
but my GPS is not on the blower in my truck.
Judge, I believe he does have some time in,
The courtroom shifts when Judge Boyd lays out 2 harsh options: 10 days in jail or 30 days on GPS monitoring. But moments later, her tone sharpens, and she begins a powerful, unexpected speech about drunk driving that leaves the defendant speechless. The entire court feels the weight of her words.
custody. The court would accept that as, time.
No. All right, so they'll be, in lieu of the 10 days, Bexar County Jail, the court will find that it will be a hardship, an undue hardship to place him in the Bexar County Jail for 10 days. The court will sentence him to 30 days GPS partial for employment only. Waive the GPS fees. There's to be an ignition interlock for half the term. There's to be a TAP evaluation out of custody. Follow TAP recommendations. There's going to be 30 sober support meetings in 30 days. Field visits 1 time per month for 6 months. Probation, is there anything else? Oh, I'm sorry, regular reporting by Zoom or in person. Yes, Ms. Abrams? 50. All right, is there anything else you need from the court in order to be successful?
No, thank you.
All
Judge,
right,
I would say that he does work construction and occasionally he has contracts that are outside of Bear County that he'd be granted permission to travel for work purposes.
all right, defendant is allowed to travel for work. Is there anything else you need?
Like those meetings, it's an hour, right? You said those. Am I able to have my Raspa truck parked out there too and serve them ice creams and all that stuff? While they're there, while I'm inside, cause I have somebody that sells that stuff. The Raspa truck and all.
You'll have to speak with probation about that. All right. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, we can go off the record. Here's the thing. I have yet to meet anybody who says, you know what? I'm going to go out, get intoxicated, drive and kill somebody. But it happens every day. And you know what? If you're out and about driving your children around, there could be somebody else who's intoxicated and hitting your children. And you could have been that person who was doing that. I don't know why people don't understand. One, if you're going to drink, don't even do this thing where, oh, I'm just going to stop at one drink and I'll still be fine. Just get a designated driver or either take an Uber or a Lyft. Back in the day, you only had, the yellow cab. That's who you would call. Now there are so many other things. You can take the Via, you can take an Uber, you can walk. If you're walking and you're intoxicated, that's public intoxication. Now, if you end up wandering into the street, they may charge you with something else.
Like that day, cause I do the flooring, so I did Kendall County Courthouse.
Mhm.
The carpet there, and I also do the hot shots driving at the time. So my boss had called me I got home around 9 p.m., ate my steaks. Of course, we don't have a clear the steaks. Yeah, he called me like around 12:30 if I wanted to do a run to Austin, but I had to be at the yard at 4. And that's my ex-girlfriend's apartment.
And you know what?
I was at
And here's the thing. That's why we don't drink.
But I don't know. My
Yeah.
levels were low.
But here's the thing. You still could have killed somebody. There was,
Not a big drink.
let me
You
just,
see
that's,
my record.
here's the thing. You're not a big drinker, but you're here on a DWI 3rd.
First one I did the time. Second one, the levels were low, the way they stopped me.
Let me ask you this. Do you know how many driving while intoxicated charges I have?
No.
Now, I don't drink alcohol because I think it tastes nasty, but I don't even drink that. I think it's nasty. So, yeah. So here's the problem. Do you know my mom had us listen to this preacher, because preachers tell stories in church, and they were talking about this guy, and his mom would always be there to get him out of trouble. And so fast forward, he's in trouble, he's at the jail, and he's like, call my mom, she's going to get me out. Mom gets him out. Then the next time he's taken into custody and he's in the cell and he's like, call my mom. They're like, do you know you killed somebody? He's like, yeah, but call my mom, she'll get me out. And you know what they told him? The lady you killed was your mom. So when you're out there driving while intoxicated and you end up hitting somebody, which will happen, it could be your significant other driving your children around and you run into them and then they're injured, or somebody else's child. Don't do it. And you're not allowed to drink while you're on probation. You understand? All right, good luck.
Appreciate you.
You're welcome.
The hearing begins with formality, but tension builds quickly as Judge Stephanie Boyd confirms every detail of Defendant David Esco's guilty plea to DWI 3rd or more, a 3rd-degree felony. She warns him of the severe penalties he faces, up to 10 years in prison and a $10,000 fine, and reminds him that this plea is a serious, irreversible decision. As she reviews the evidence and officially finds him guilty, the courtroom grows silent. Defense asks for leniency, explaining Esco's financial hardships, large family, and unstable work situation. Judge Boyd listens, but her expression remains firm.
She begins laying out a strict sentencing structure: 4 years in prison, suspended, 3 years community supervision, 150 hours of community service, restitution, parenting classes, sober support meetings, proof of employment, ignition interlock, TAP evaluation, field visits, and no work involving minors. It's a heavy list, and Esco knows it. When the discussion shifts to jail time, the tension spikes. Defense pleads for mercy, noting his job and a newborn on the way. Judge Boyd causes, then delivers a sharp choice: 10 days in jail or 30 days of GPS partial monitoring. The defendant hesitates, but the court finds jail would be a hardship. Instead, she orders 30 days GPS, with fees waived, but her tone makes it clear: this is his final break. Then comes the moment that stops the courtroom cold. Judge Boyd leans forward and unleashes a powerful, emotional message about drunk driving, how easily people kill innocents, how quickly families are destroyed, and how one bad decision can erase a life. She tells a chilling story of a man who killed his own mother without knowing it, a harsh reminder of the consequences Esco narrowly avoided. As she concludes, her voice softens but remains firm. Don't drink while you're on probation. Don't ever do this again. The defendant nods quietly. The courtroom knows he just narrowly escaped a far worse fate.